Good morning, friends. We got a super awesome vlog coming at you today. Got some super awesome work planned, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a beautiful rainy day here again in Sacramento. Man, we have been getting a lot of rain, but it's been good. A lot of snowpack up the mountain, so that's been great. It's supposed to rain all day today, so at this job I'm going to, I had a lot of indoor work and a little bit of outdoor work. I'm not gonna be able to do the outdoor work today for obvious reasons, but I got a lot of indoor work, and I really like the work that I'm doing today because it's all punch list items, so I'm looking forward to that. But first things first, I am having a business meeting with Frank here at Starbucks, so got to run in and do that, and then we're gonna get going to our job. All right, just finished my business meeting with Frank. Now we are heading over to Home Depot. Got to pick up some materials and then get our day started. So we'll see if we could talk with him a little bit and see what he's got going on today. Hey, it's Frank.
Hi, how are you?
So we are walking into Home Depot. So what are you doing today, Frank?
Well, I'm going to go out to a client's house today and I'm going to install a garbage disposal. I'm going to clean out some old shower caulking and reapply new. We're going to replace some bathroom sink plumbing.
Cool.
And going to replace a blind setup and a window blinds in a living room.
Nice. So you got inside stuff. You're gonna stay a little dry. That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's good. I'm doing a little bit of everything today. I kind of like the job that I got going on today because kind of like yours, a bunch of punch list items, you know.
Right.
Little doodad here or there, so that's kind of exciting. Rather than just being doing one thing, so that's kind of cool.
Right.
I think I'm doing some drywall replacement above a shower because they had a leak up there at one time. And then I'm fixing a door that like a handyman just totally botched. Like, I don't even know what he was thinking when he did it, but he put it on and it doesn't even close or anything, so.
Oh, goodness. And
then a few other things, so. But let's get to shopping, huh?
Good deal.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll see you, Frank. Have a good day.
Absolutely.
All right. See you, man. All right. Little change of plans here today. This is on the spot stuff here. So I called the customer that I was going to this morning, said I was heading your way, and she told me that her son woke up really ill this morning. So she asked me, she's like, are you sure you want to come? Because, you know, I know you have a baby at home and I don't want to infect anything. So I said, yeah, you're probably right. Let's lay low and then give me a call here in a little bit. So she ended up calling me a little bit later, and she's like, man, we had to take my son to the ER. He wasn't doing too good. So it was like, you know, by the grace of God, she was home today to perform my work, or for me to perform work at her house, because typically she's not home. So it was a good thing she was home, able to take him to the ER, handle that. So we're not doing that job today. We are rescheduling that for later, which will actually be good, because we'll be able to schedule for a nicer day where we'll be able to do the outside work. So one of my good clients gave me a call. She owns a whole bunch of properties, commercial buildings over in Sacramento, or actually Carmichael. So we're heading out there right now to meet up with her. She's got some work going on there. So we're gonna head over there. I think I'm doing some lighting work, so I'm excited about that. Electrical is always fun. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's figure out what we're doing today. So this building I'm working at is just surrounded by lights all the way along this wall, as you can see here. The main issue here is some of these lights are not working. The light I'm currently working on, I found out, is actually broken, and we will take a look at that more in depth a little bit later. And then this light is a light above a door, and the issue with it actually is when the door is slammed shut, the light flickers or sometimes goes out and then it comes back on. So basically I'm just pulling it out, checking all the connections, testing all the voltage, everything essentially turned out all right. With that, what I found was there is a slip connector on this type of light fixture that I will show here a little bit later, that it was actually not seated correctly. And that was the issue on probably 3 or 4 of the lights that were not working in this building. Just testing all the voltage, everything tests out normal, so that is good on this one. Like I said, it's just this slip connector fitting is not working out correctly, or is not seated correctly, that is. So basically just blew that out, made sure that it had proper connection and then re-screw that in. And here's that slip fitting that I was telling you about a little bit earlier. Basically the head comes right off. So just unscrewed it, blew it out, and made sure that it was seated correctly. And here you can see that it is seated correctly now and not turning on or off, so that's good. Here is the broken light fixture. As you can see, there's this insulating ring that is supposed to go all the way around the back and encase where the wires go into the light fixture. And as you can see, it's completely broken, so there's actually exposed wires there. I don't know if you can see it because the camera might be a little blurry. And that is just completely broken off, so I'm not hooking this light back up just for safety reasons. Alright, so these lights are kind of weird. They're kind of really weird lights because they have, it seems like, so there's ballast in there and it converts it down to 12 volts. They are whatever I forget what the model of that bulb is, but basically it runs off 12 volts. And then there's also if you disconnect it at the base there's like a slide-in connector, and on one of them, that was the issue. It just wasn't seated very good. And so I'm gonna pull down all the others and diagnose those and see what's going on. I wanted to check for voltage. They all got proper voltage going to them. And then one of them's completely busted. The small little bulb or light bulb, it's all messed up. I don't even know what happened to it. It looks like it got dropped at one point. Must have been during installation or something, but quite weird. It's kind of interesting. So that's actually the base and everything like that. But we were here a few months ago. We were here at this location. Actually, Frank got sent out because one of the people from here called him. And it's kind of funny that that was a different lady than the lady who we're currently working for. Before we were working for the lady who rents this building, and now we're working for the lady who owns this building, which is kind of interesting. So, and there was they didn't even know that we were the same people. So it's really funny. So we've done work here before. It's kind of funny. We've done work for the people who rented it. Now we do work for the people who own it. So, and Frank was actually out here last Thursday. He was doing a roof leak on this commercial building here. There was one of the roof leaks. Like basically, it drips down into where the above the lowered ceiling, and then it vents outside of the building that way. So there was like a little rubber boot right here that had basically just been deteriorated, so it was leaking water inside the building. So Frank was out here I think last week, last Thursday, I think, taking a look at that and fixing it up. So yeah, so I'm gonna run back in there, grab a few tools here, and inspect everything else and see what I could do. As you can see, the lights all over this building, like I was telling you about. There is, boy, I didn't count them, but there's quite a few lights all around this whole building. So I was working on the other side of the building than previous, just pulling this light fixture out. This light fixture is not working, so basically just pulling it completely out and then testing the voltage coming to the light fixture. And everything in this particular light fixture, all of the voltage tests out perfect. So that is not the issue. So the issue is in the light fixture itself. On this one, I am assuming that it is the slip connector, but I am unsure of that because you can't really test the slip connector. It's kind of a weird setup. I think here a little bit in a sec I will show you guys exactly what the slip connector looks like. But on this, I think I was able to fix the majority of these light fixtures, but they will need to replace, I believe, 3 fixtures. Here is the slip connector I was telling you about. It's actually a pretty simple design, but it is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen any light fixtures like this before. Apparently they are pretty pricey fixtures. So they actually called the company, and the company's going to come out and take a look at these fixtures and either repair them or replace them. I guess they're still under warranty. As you can see, this one, obviously the slip connector was the issue. It was just not making good contact. So we cleaned that out, made sure that it fits in there nicely, and that slip fitting is good to go. Alright, they said this bathroom, or this toilet, is not seeming like it wants to flush. I'm not sure what the deal is. Let's take this off and see. Seems like everything's operating correctly, but let's flush it with it off and see. I don't know what this is. They said there's an issue with one of the toilets flushing, but it seems like they both flush really well, so. The only issue I found here was this guy was caught in between the tank lid and the tank bottom. So that, I guess, could pinch off the water going into the tank. Only during filling though, so. Looks like there's a good stream right now. Let's try and tuck that down and see what happens. Oh, it's kind of hard coming up. I see. That's just the style of toilet. All right, I'm all done here at this location for the day. Have been here for what, an hour and 45 minutes, so not too long. This client's super cool. They know my hourly rate, so we kind of bill them afterwards. They're super chill. So what we diagnosed, everything, that one small light fixture is broken at the base, so they're gonna need a new one of those. And then there's two other fixtures that are inoperable. They aren't operating correctly, and they need to be replaced as well. She needs to do some research to find out where they bought these fixtures, so we can get the exact same ones to match. I mean, there's so many fixtures in this whole building. It's just crazy, like just lined the whole deal. So pulled each one of them out, tested everything, and so it needs new fixtures on those. And like I said before, there's that weird slide-in connector, and on some of them, they were just not seated correctly. So I actually had to take the head off and then seat it correctly and then retighten it down. So that was really weird because there was about maybe 7 or 8 fixtures that weren't working. I got most of them to work except for those 3. So she will need to figure out where to get those fixtures, and then we'll come back and put them in for her. So yeah, pretty good day, or pretty good job here. I'm gonna head home right now. I got a bunch of voicemails since I've been here. I don't know if you guys heard, but my phone was ringing off the hook, so I got a bunch of voicemails to call. I'll probably call some more before I head out in case there's some inspections I can do. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Great client, so thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch you on the next vlog.